Fall Guys has come such a long way. Mediatonic has created the greatest selling PlayStation Plus game of all time, included a giant hammer called Big Yeetus, and effectively confirmed a terrifying gross skeleton is inside all of these adorable guys. But they haven't confirmed what the floor's made out of. You expect me to believe it's not melted down guys? The world of Fall Guys is dark and mysterious. Anyway, Season 2 is here, so I'm going to run down all of the changes in the game. If you haven't heard, the entire season is based around a medieval theme, and whilst it would have been cool to see every previous stage altered by this sadly isn't the case. That said, there have been some noticeable changes which do make the experience better. When you boot the game up, there is going to be a new title screen and new music to accompany it. And when you get into the game, there are 4 new mini-games for you to potentially run into. 3 solo games, Night Fever, which is a new race stage, including Thick Bonkus. Thick Bonkus is a truly worthy adversary and has obliterated my face far too many times. We won't go into the details, it's not pleasant. Hoopsie Legends, which is a solo version of Hoopsie Daisy. Everyone has to try and get 6 points, and if you get points, you make it through. It's actually quite challenging because you can move various parts of the arena to try and get through the hoops, and a lot of the times it's actually quite helpful to just let other people move things and just steal the glory. Basically, being a jerk is the best thing you can do in this game. Then the final solo game is Wall Guys. Again, it's really cool. The idea is to get from one side of the castle to the other, and you have to scale these giant walls by moving parts of the terrain around it. And yeah, it's just really fun to get over there. Again, being a jerk is good, but you can actually get up quite high by grabbing onto the walls and trying to do it that way. Trying to leap over and whatnot isn't always a good idea. Climbing is. Then the final new game is a team game called Egg Siege. It's essentially Egg Scramble, but bigger, and actually it's really fun. Much like Egg Scramble, there's a lot of strategy on where you steal eggs from, but it's also a much larger challenge to get the egg from their team to your team. Because it's so new, there isn't a definitive strategy on what to do, but it is a really interesting game and I'm enjoying it a lot so far. I've played it a couple times, it is really good. I would like to state that none of the previous games have been removed. These are 4 new games in addition to what is previously there. That said, as I mentioned earlier, there are some changes. Team games now have different music. Tiptoe now has new patterns on the flooring. The game is exactly the same, but, you know, it's cool that there are different patterns. Hexagon also has new patterns on the hexagons themselves, and there's animation of them just sort of falling instead of just fading away. Perfect Match has a monitor on all 4 sides now, and there is an outline left behind on which ones have fallen. Slime Climb doesn't say how many people were eliminated until the end, which I really love. And colours have changed on some of the old minigames to match the new themes. Whilst it would have been cool to have various castle elements and whatnot, the subtle coloration change is actually really nice. Jump Showdown, instead of blue and purple, is now blue and yellow, and the yellow panels have gold crowns on it. Also, I don't know if this is a thing in Season 1, but after 5 minutes is over in Jump Showdown, whoever's left all win. So that's pretty cool. And finally, in Full Ball, you can have 4 balls now. It's a slaughter. Just defend. Don't go on the attack. You need at least 4 defenders. It's hard, man. I guess it would also be good to mention, if you are new to Fall Guys or haven't played Fall Guys since the beginning of Season 1, certain stages have completely random elements, so there are random variables which can change in the races and Full Ball and various stuff like that. So keep an eye out, there will be differences which drastically alter how things can go. Sometimes it will be in your favour, sometimes it won't, but it's fun. Every person now has a new nameplate. Unfortunately, people are still called Fall Guy, insert number here, but we have got nameplates which you can customize with different patterns, different little nicknames, various stuff like that. Nicknames and images can be purchased in the store or acquired via leveling up. Naturally, in the store there will be new costumes and new colours and new celebrations, and as I mentioned before, the new nickname nameplates. And what's really great, as you can probably expect, leveling up from level 1 to 40, you'll get a bunch of different skins and etc, etc. But you can also get a ton more crowns. You can get sets of 3 crowns at level 21 and 26, and sets of 5 crowns at level 31 and 36, which is really great. I'm so glad that they're allowing people to get more crowns, because winning is hard, and if you want to buy stuff that requires crowns, then you couldn't, at least not easily, now you can. When you're playing with friends, you now fall together in the waiting lobby, and when you win and when you receive your prizes, there's a new victory screen where you're standing on like the keep or tower of a castle, which is really great. And finally, I want to mention Gauntlet Showdown. You will start the game off by playing the main show, but you can change the show to be this thing, Gauntlet Showdown, which from what I can gather is just races. if they're your kind of thing, if you prefer to just do the races, then you can just do the races. You can set it to just be that. It seems to only be for a week though, so I'm guessing the theme behind the type of events will change every week. It's hard to know until this is over, but it's very cool that is an option, and that's something that they've included. Later down the line, when they add a lot more minigames, it would be really cool to have, say, a section for just Season 1 minigames, and then maybe Season 2 and 3, or however many seasons it takes to form a larger group of minigames. But yeah, this is a pretty solid update. As I said before, it would have been cool to see some more significant changes to the past minigames, but there is a lot more in this, and I'm looking forward to seeing if anything happens mid-season like what happened with Season 1. They have confirmed there are more minigames on the way, so that is very exciting. Don't know when and don't know how many, but that is very, very cool. And naturally, I'm gonna be looking forward to Season 3 because Fall Guys is just a lot of fun. It's a really nice chill out game. Yeah, I love playing it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, share the video around. I also have a Twitch, a Twitter, and a Patreon if you'd like to support me and the channel. Tell me, do you like what they've done with this update, and what do you think the next theme will be in Season 3? They could do a space theme, they could do actually literally anything. I mean, it's Fall Guys, they could do really anything they want. But it's very exciting, I'm looking forward to it. So thank you very much for watching, I'll see you next time. Take care, bye bye.